you say this is the first step in healing? This book, at least it opens the conversation.
It'll open the mind,
yes.
and people will find themselves, Gail, in the stories. They'll go, oh my gosh, I never thought that there's a really quick story I'll tell you. A woman came to me and she said, I think I'm struggling with deep depression. We worked together for about 4 weeks, and at the end of it, I diagnosed, and I said, honey, you're dealing with PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Just like a veteran who comes back, you have anxiety, depression, you've gained 80 pounds, you went through a divorce, you lost your 2 dogs, you lost your job. That's not ordinary depression.
No.
That's PTSD. So we educate people with the book on the difference between anxiety, depression, PTSD. And the other thing, Gail, that is very close to my heart, even as a counselor, in 1990, I had a failed suicide attempt.
Oh my gosh.
From 1990 to this day, I have dedicated every ounce of my time, energy, and money into helping people with mental health challenges, and it's so close to my heart.
You get it.
I totally get it.
But our book, Focus, Slay Your Goals, will actually give you the step-by-step approach where that you could get that Maserati, and it's not going to happen overnight, okay? Or you can earn those millions of dollars or whatever you want, or change your body. It's all possible, but you have to be willing to focus on one goal and rock it.
And put in the work. I mean, that's the other thing, is just thinking, visualizing success is not going to bring it to your doorstep.
No, we interviewed individuals like the great Dr. Joe Vitale, who's part of The Secret, and it said that he imagined checks in the mail and he was homeless and became a millionaire, and I had him on my show, and I go, come on, Joe. He goes, I know.
What else did you do?
What else? And, Joe committed 7 days a week, to be able to get out of homelessness and make the money, and that's one of the many stories we share in the book to inspire people to change.
Life coach and author David Essel joins us now with how we can overcome after the holiday blues and ways to prepare for the new year. So, David, we're very glad to have you with us.
Oh, I'm so glad to be with you and everyone in Atlanta and our surrounding areas. We've got a lot that we can cover today to help people move into 2023 in a great way.
Great. Well, let's just start off. What is the post-holiday blues and how long will it be here?
The post-holiday blues are often caused by individuals who suffer with perfectionism, believe it or not. Those individuals that want everything to be perfect, but these years aren't that perfect. So maybe certain individuals weren't able to make it on time, or maybe other things happened and they were all excited, putting all their effort and energy into having an amazing holiday season, but it didn't turn out that way. And then after the holidays, we can have a letdown. During the preparation of the holidays, we have a boost in adrenaline and dopamine and serotonin, all these chemicals in the brain. And then there's a letdown, a withdrawal. So we have to look at those expectations and sort of be able to flow with it. And then the other thing that's come up, it's different this year over the last couple of years, is many of us don't have the family members together like we used to.
What most Americans do is the first thing they get up, they'll check the weather, or they'll check their Facebook or their Instagram or whatever, right? And if all those things were incredibly uplifting and there was no negativity or judgmentalism or conspiracy theories on any of the media, I'd say go ahead and do it. But we know we get sucked into the vortex. We get sucked into that. We just have to see what's the next picture, what's the next photo, who said what on this, right?
Are you looking in my window?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's exactly what I do when I wake up.
I got both you guys spied out, okay? So just so you know. But what we want to do is we want to start the mind in a positive way with, it could be prayer or meditation, journaling, reading, something motivational. Some people will use scriptures. Number one is self-evaluation and writing. And if everyone would start writing on a daily basis how they're feeling.
That's a great idea.
They can start to see the progression. If they're feeling worse, are they isolating more? Are they actively drinking more or eating more? Food is a major addiction.
So be aware.
You know this in your expertise.
Yes, so be aware.
Be aware.
Okay, you also talk about, you have this new book out here that's talking about slay your goals. We love that.
Yeah.
What are the positive things that we can take away, and how does this book lead into that?
Well, the number one thing that we say in the book is whatever you're avoiding right now in your life is the key to massive success.
Oh, wow.
Whatever you're
avoiding is the key to success. That's kind of like a light bulb there.
It is, a big time. And so in my life, I was avoiding the depression. I was avoiding the looking at the reality that I was drinking more on a daily basis. And I was doing the work I'm doing right now. I had a full schedule. We were doing really well, living on the beach, all the trappings of materialism. But it wasn't enough.
Okay.
It was the second interview and I remember all of our interviews, Scarlett. I've been so touched by you. And I remember the second interview, I said to you, what is the motivation for you to forgive the killer of your child? And within a snap heartbeat, this was your answer. David, Adam Lanza may have taken Jesse's life, but I cannot let him take mine and my son JT's. So forgiveness was my only option. Do you remember that, Scarlett?
I do. Absolutely. I mean, you know, it's interesting because we have a program now and we teach forgiveness to kids and to adults. But when I first launched this, all the adults said, you can't teach kids forgiveness. It's too lofty a subject for them. And what we found, David, and I haven't talked to you in a couple of years, so this is an update, is that forgiveness is one of kids' favorite character values. They love it. They eat it up. They practice it more than any other character value. And when you ask them why, they say it's like a superpower. It feels so good to let it go. And it turns out that it's us big kids that don't really understand the power of forgiveness.
Do you consider your comeback a miracle?
I feel that, you know, we've kind of looked at ourselves in a sense and taken ourselves for granted. Every night, every day we wake up is a miracle. We're a walking miracle. I mean, so many of us have come from so many different circumstances, and that didn't keep us down. It didn't keep us buried in the victimized state. We're resilient as humans, and we've walked through those doors. So I just feel that we all have that capacity. I think the awareness of just sharing our stories begin to inspire us to dig in to see where we are great and the things that we have come through and come out of.
Yeah. Comparing your paralyzation and Simone Biles, you know, having to remove herself from the Olympics, did you go through any type of depression through the paralyzation?
Of course. I think that just when you're going through something new, it's the experience is going to freeze you up naturally because it's something different. And so I think that the processing mechanism of just learning how to conscious breathe gives us a tool. I think, and that's what we gain through the meditation, the yoga practice, nutrition even. We gain tools. So when we're faced with adversity, we can have some things to fall back on.